Okay, so once again, good day. So nasa Module 6 na tayo ng Quarter 1 ng ating Mathematics 10. Ngayon ay pag-usapan natin ang tungkol sa remainder theorem. So ano nga ba yung remainder theorem? So ang remainder theorem ay nabuo dahil sa paggamit natin ng technique na synthetic division. Dahil doon makikita natin o masolve natin yung quotient and remainder by using that technique of synthetic division. So let's take this expression. If the polynomial p of x is divided by linear polynomial x minus r, the remainder big letter r is equal to p of r. So ano bang ibig sabihin nito? So makinig tayo sa bibigay nating mga example para maintindihan natin yung definition ng remainder theorem. Okay. So if we're going to write the notation of that definition of remainder theorem, so meron tayong p of x divided by x minus r is equal to p of q plus r. Then p of r equals to the remainder r, where the p of q is the quotient and the big letter r is the remainder. So, example, what is the remainder when p of x equals to 3x cubed plus 5x squared minus 2x plus 3 is divided by x plus 4? So if we're going to find r, small letter r, so by following the steps on the synthetic division, so we equate the divisor to 0. So it equals now to x plus 4 equals to 0. Then x equals to negative 4 by the property of equality. Then r is negative 4. So remember that we are using small letter r as the value or the constant term of the binomial in the divisor of dividing polynomial, and the big letter r is for the remainder. So don't forget also that in synthetic division or dividing polynomials, we always arrange the dividend and the divisor into decreasing order of power. Okay. So, we are solving now for p of r, where r is negative 4. So, we have two ways of solving the remainder. First is by substitution, yung nakasanayan natin sa Math 7 or Math 9. And we have now the synthetic division. So, let us solve first by substitution. Okay. So, if we substitute r as the value of x, so we have now p of r equals to 3 times r cubed plus 5 times r squared minus 2r plus 3. So, this is the given polynomial. Okay. So, since r is negative 4, so we can write now p of negative 4 is equals to 3 times negative 4 to the third power plus 5 times negative 4 squared minus 2 times negative 4 plus 3, since r is equals to negative 4. Okay, so let's simplify. So p of negative 4 now is equals to 3 times negative 64, because negative 4 to the 3 is 4, negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16 times negative 4 is negative 64 plus 5 times 16 because negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. And negative 2 times 4 is positive 8. Then we just copy plus 3. Okay, so we have now P of negative 4 is equal to negative 192, the product of 3 times negative 64, plus 80, the product of 5 times 16, plus 11, the sum of 8 plus 3. So P of negative 4 now is negative 101. Okay, so that is the value of the polynomial when x is equals to negative 4. Okay, so let's try to solve it by synthetic division. So see to it that the power of the divisor and the dividend are arranged into descending order. So it is already arranged. So R now is negative 4. Okay, so we write that in the upper left inside the flip L. Then copy all the numerical coefficient of the given polynomial. So we have 3, positive 5, negative 2, and 3. Okay, so bring down 3. So we have now negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. And 5 plus negative 12 is negative 7. Then repeat the process. Negative 4 times negative 7 is positive 28. Then negative 2 plus positive 28 is 26. Then negative 4 times 26 is negative 104 added by 3 . Is equal now to negative 101. So the remainder is equals to negative 101. So it is also equal to the value of P of R, which is also equals to negative 101. So they have the same answer. Okay, so let's take another example. So what is the remainder when P of x equals to x to the 4th power plus 2x squared minus 5x plus 1 is divided by x minus 2. So let's equate the divisor x minus 2 equals to 0. So therefore the value of x is 2 or the value of r is 2. So solving for P of R. So by substitution, so we have now P of R equals to r to the 4th power plus the product of 2 times r squared plus the product of negative 5 times r plus 1. So substitute now the value of r equals to 2 or x equals to 2. So we have now P of 2 is equals to 2 to the power of 4 plus the product of 2 times 2 squared plus the product of negative 5 times 2 plus 1. So by simplifying, so we have now 16. Since 2 to the 4 is 16 plus 2 times 4 because 2 squared is 4 minus 10 because negative 5 times 2 is negative 10 plus 1. Okay, so we have now P of 2 is equals now to 16 plus 8, where 2 times 4 is 8 minus 9, and that is from negative 10 plus 1 is negative 9. Okay, and so therefore our P of 2 now is equals to 15, or our P of R is equals to 15. Okay, so let's solve this by synthetic division. So our R now is positive 2. And copy all the coefficient 1. Then we have 0 because it is not arranged into descending order of power. So we have to insert 0x cubed. So 0. Then positive 2. Negative 5. And positive 1. Okay, so let's process the synthetic division. So bring down the leading coefficient. Then multiply 2 times 1 equals to 2. Add 0 plus 2 is 2. Then 2 times 2 is 4. Add to 2 is 6. And 2 times 6 is 12. Plus negative 5 is positive 7. And 2 times 7 is 14. And 1 plus 14 is 15. So the remainder is equals to 15. So therefore, it is true that P of R is equals to the remainder in dividing polynomial by a linear polynomial. So what are the other uses of remainder theorem? Okay, so we can use also the remainder theorem by evaluating the polynomial or by finding the value of polynomial given the value of x. For example, so evaluate the polynomial p of x equal to 4x to the 4th power plus 2x cubed plus 2x squared plus 3x minus 7 if the value of x is equal to 2. Okay. So instead of substitution, by assigning 2 as the value of x, we can now use the remainder theorem using synthetic division to find the value of p of x, where x is equal to 2. And so therefore, our r, the value of small letter r, is also equals to 2. So copy all the numerical coefficient of the polynomial or the dividend. Yan. So we have 4, 2, 2, positive 3, and negative 7. Okay. So bring down the leading coefficient. So 4 and 2 times 4 is 8. We add by 2 is 10. 2 times 10 is 20. Added by 2 is 22. Again, repeat the process. 2 times 22 is 44. And 44 plus 3 is 47. And 2 times 47 is 94. Plus negative 7 is equals to 87. So the remainder now is 87. And so therefore, the value now of P of 2 or the polynomial when x is 2 is equals to 87. Okay? So you can check that using substitution. Okay, so let's have another example. So the given polynomial is negative 2x cubed plus 2x squared minus x plus negative 75 and x equals to negative 3. Okay. Now we have now negative 3 as the value of small letter r. Then copy all the numerical coefficient, negative 2, 2, negative 1, and negative 75. So bring down the first coefficient, so negative 2. Multiply to negative 3 is positive 6. Add by 2 is 8. So negative 3 times 8 is negative 24. Added by negative 1 is negative 25. And negative 3 times negative 25 is positive 25. So the remainder is 0. Okay? And so therefore, the value of P of negative 3 of that given polynomial is equal to 0. Okay, so another example. So this time, we have the missing numerical coefficient on the given dividend. So for example, we have p of x is equal to 5x cubed plus 4x squared minus mx plus 3 divided by x minus 5. So what is the value of m, or what is m if the remainder is 758? So this time the remainder is given and the missing is the numerical coefficient of the linear term, which is m. So how to find that? So the same, we will use the synthetic division, okay, where our r is 5 from x minus 5 equal to 0. So x equals to 5, positive 5. And the numerical coefficient now are 5, 4, negative m, and 3. Okay, so let's divide now. So since the remainder is given as 758, so we can automatically write that as the last or the constant term of, or the remainder of dividing polynomial by x minus 5. So we write 758 and we will think of a number now to be added to 3 because the operation between this is addition, to be added to 3 so that the resulting sum is 758. So what do you think the number to be added to 3? Okay, very good. It's 755. So after that, so go back to step 3 of the synthetic division. So we will bring down the leading term or the leading coefficient. So we have 5. Then 5 times 5 is 25. Added by 4 is 29. Then 5 times 29 is 145. So this time, since m is not given, so we can write now that this negative m to be added to 145 or negative m plus 145. Okay. And then the process now is multiplying 5 to negative m plus 145 and the resulting product is 55. So we can use now that given equation. So 5 times the quantity of negative m plus 145 equals to 755. Okay, so by simplifying, so distributive property of multiplication, so 5 times negative m is negative 5m and 5 times 45 is positive 725, which is equals to 755, or it is now negative 5m equals to 755 minus 725. So equality property of addition. Okay. So negative 5m equals now to 30. And divide both sides by negative 5. So m now is 30 over negative 5, which is equals to negative 6. So the value of m now is negative 6. Okay. So let us check if that m equals to negative 6 is correct. If the resulting remainder is 758. So, mag-checking tayo. So, ito yung given kanina, no? So, m is equal to negative 6. So, since m equals to negative 6, so therefore, the given polynomial now can be written as p of x equals to 5x cubed plus 4x squared minus mx plus 3 into p of x equals to 5x cubed plus 4x squared minus your m is negative 6 times x plus 3. Okay? So, be careful of the sign. So, only m is negative 6. Okay. So, the subtraction or the negative sign is outside m, where m is negative 6. Or we can write this one now as 5x cubed plus 4x squared plus 6x plus 3. And so, therefore, our r is 5. So, the numerical coefficient now are 5, 4, 6, and 3. Okay. So, let's bring down 5. So, 5 times 5 is 25. So, 25 plus 4 is 29. 5 times 29 is 145. And 6 plus 145 is 151. 5 times 151 is 755. And 755 is equal to 758. Okay, so it is checked that the remainder is 758 if the given polynomial is divided by x minus 5 and the value of m is negative 6. So that's how to check your solution, if it is correct or not. Okay, maraming salamat. So don't forget to like and subscribe so that you will automatically notify for our next episode of our Math 10 discussion. Hanggang dito na lamang po. Sana naman may natutunan kayo sa ating munting pag-aaral tungkol sa topic na ito. Hanggang sa muli!